Alright, so had our hold 06. How would I do a wine rack like this in Mozaik? Also cut out parts on CNC. So I already did this. Keeps me from looking like an idiot a little bit. Oops, not what I wanted. Somebody on the forum mentioned that you should do it with a insert, and that would be good. But currently, parts don't show up in the as graphic items in inserts. So, in my case, I just placed all the parts. I did add some variables, so angle, 45 degrees. You can change it to whatever you need to change it to. These parts are skipping around a little bit. You can see one flaw that I have in my math right now that I should have checked out earlier. Spacing, this is the distance between them. We go here, 3 and 11/16. Yeah, so let me show you how it's done. Or how I do it anyways, not necessarily how it's done. Go to our interior. I'm gonna split it. I'm gonna put in a shelf. No machining added to it. What we set this at is arbitrary. Over here, I'm gonna put in another shelf. And then I've got my parameters. So I've got angle, the spacing I want between the two, bottom interior script. So here I just called it angle W or angle width. That is our interior. That's this number. And that's where a insert would work the best because you would be using the opening width. For this, it's close enough. The other thing I like to do when I'm doing stupid stuff like this is take notes as to what all my math is and how it works. That way, if I have a formula that I think works, but I want to try something else, I can revert back to it easily enough. Let's go to our shelf. First thing I'm going to adjust is the 3D position and the angle. So this is important. 180 degrees. That's where it's sitting currently. So I know that I have to start at 180 degrees. And then I'm going to go minus angle wall. And here we have to divide it by 25.4 because it reads this as inches. So it won't give you a correct number. Oop, not angle wall, just angle. So there, we got that. So the next thing I want to do is set my 3D position. I'm going to put my face frame back in there. So I can tell this is pivoting off of this part here. So actually, you know what? Let's set our length. Let's set our length first. I already have this figured out. So I'll just walk you through it. Angle width, which is our opening divided by the cosine of the angle. That gives us that length. But that's not going to get us 100% there. That's going to be this point. So we also have to factor in the thickness of the material. Go back to length. So it's that plus the part thickness times the tangent of the angle. So that should get us, if we pull a line from here and here, yeah, something in there is not quite right. Might be divided by the sine. Oh, angle width, or the angle width is not spot on because my material is not exactly 3/4. So that's another one that you'll run into. Like I said, it'll be better with an insert. So go back to part 3D position. We want to do our bottom to top. So let's just start with, let's just set this at 0 and see where it puts it. It's always a good spot. So okay, so 0 is going to be that point. Bottom to top, let's put the bottom rail wall in there. Gets it to that. And then if we want to go off of, let's see. Okay, so now, then we want to do the part length. So that's multiplied by the sine of the angle, the part length. That gets us pretty close. That gets us to there. So we're also going to have to do the part thickness multiplied by the sine of the angle. Add that. There you go. And that gets us right there. Like I said, I'm almost 100% sure that this discrepancy is the width of that opening being off. It shows it as 7 7/16, but I bet you if we switched it over to decimals and then entered that decimal, screw it, let's do that. Tools, units, decimals. Edit, interior, 7.4173. .4173. There we go. 3D view again. Yeah, now we're spot on. Yeah, we're still off a freckle. Not sure why. I might have something twinge off in the math there, but that's how I would do it. Just repeat on the other side. Oh, but you want to have multiple shelves. So easy way to do that is go for this guy, and then just go copy. I would edit and I would rename it left shelf, because otherwise you're going to end up with a bunch of shelves. But now you're also going to want to be able to adjust the height of that based on our variable for our spacing. So where do we want to do that? Okay. We want to make this so it's somewhat flexible too. So I did have a formula for that. That's our spacing divided by the sine of the angle plus the part thickness divided by the cosine. And then I have it all boxed out in parentheses multiplied by 1. And I will show you why here in 1 second. So I'm going to copy that. Go back to part 3D position, Z bottom to top. I'm going to put this at the very front, plus. That should give us, I think we're at 3 11/16. No, apparently we're at 4 inches. Double check and make sure I'm correct. Yep, 4 inches. Parts. So now I've got this left shelf. I'm going to copy, edit, part 3D position, Z bottom to top. Where I have this times 1, now it's times 2. I'm going to take that same one, copy, edit, part 3D position, Z bottom to top. Now it's 3. You get the idea. 3, 4, whatever it takes to fill up your cabinet. If you did this on insert, you could you could put in a variable for like quantity of shelves, and then do all the algebra to figure out the spacing based off the quantity of shelves. You could hide and add all the shelves based on that quantity as well. It'd take a minute to set up, but it wouldn't be impossible. Face frame stuff would be basically the same thing. Yeah. Good luck. Hope it works.